The main change here is, of course, the new fence, and my idea was to have it not in line and symmetrical, so it would sort of bob up and down when you drove by in the car like a wave. The netting is herring netting that was all this stuff was used, so it was actually used out at sea, and the posts are pine posts that I whitewashed, and only the tall one is in the ground about 3 feet. The other ones are just sort of bolted onto the one that's anchored in the ground. I did this partly because these euonymus, these yellow euonymus plants, all the leaves were completely eaten by the deer. There was nothing really on top of the ground. The roots were fine, but I really wanted to do something to try to keep them alive. So far the deer haven't messed with them. That's to keep them from going around the end here. I don't think they'll mess with the other side of this wall is a little too hard for them to get around, so I don't think they'll mess with that. I haven't finished over here. I have a post set up that I'm going to work on over here, but my next job is to move that old, about to fall down wood shed. The wood is stored under that thing. Okay, let's see. Nothing really new here except you can see these lavender plants were just cuttings. We just cut little pieces off of Chris's across the street, put some root tone in, and pushed them in the ground, watered them, but they're coming up pretty well. Just some new sort of ground cover finally filled in here around the entrance. I don't know how much there is new here. It's just weeded and finally sort of presentable. That's Time, that big bed. Hey Lola. Those are the lace leaf maples that Lola likes to sleep under. Some more euonymus. The alyssum is bloomed already and ended. It's bright white when it blooms. This is a rock rose. Oops, go down to the garden area. This is the arch that has sedum in the top of it growing. Oh, things are starting to come up here finally. You can see this row of peas finally coming up. I put up a second 6-foot trellis for them to climb up. In this blue cage are tomatoes. That other one is bush beans. I don't know if you can see, there's in this bed Rob broccoli, R-A-A-B, that sort of grows like a bush and you just break the ends off instead of making a big flowering floret, you know, more in the center. These are more beans. That is a bush cucumber. The cucumbers, it goes up in a bush and the cucumbers hang down. I think these are lettuces in here. That is burdock. You can see things have just started to come up. These were some parsley plants left over from last year. This is a whole nother row of peas. just coming up along this other trellis. There's lettuce in here. I think that's the lettuce, and cilantro, tomatoes. Those other little shoots coming up there are potatoes. That's a whole layer of new growth on that juniper. Those are filling in. I can't remember if this is a lilac. I think this little tree in the sitting area is a lilac. Hydrangea, rhododendrons. That one's sort of past its blossoming time. Rock rose, rosemary, of course. Sort of shady over here. These are strawberries. That's boxwood oregano. It sort of makes a shape, naturally makes the shape of a boxwood tree. And this one at the end is a really unusual Oregon mint that is delicious. These are just English daisies. These are all these little bulbs are just sedum that grows so easily down here. It just sort of grows without anything. These are native huckleberries, and I don't know if you can see here, these are the blueberries that I planted last year, and they're going to be pretty full of berries this year. This one you can see a little bit better maybe. They've all blossomed, and the clusters where the berries are formed. They're small still, but they have a lot of berries already. There are a couple different brands. That's a high bush over there. The mint row, pineapple mint, that's lemon balm, peppermint, spearmint. This is another example in this area. This is hawthorn, and you can see it's just barely got leaves left on it. The deer, this was a big bushy hawthorn bush that they ate up. These have stickers, the barberries, so they don't eat it. And this one has come back a little bit better. They didn't quite eat it quite as much, but you can see it just barely has leaves left on it. That was another reason that I wanted to get the fence up to block them out. Those are New Zealand flax plants, the ones that look sort of like yuccas. And then nothing's changed up here by the hot tub. These are, I don't know if these are 2 or 3 years. These blueberries I don't have to water at all. They just do their thing because they're rooted deep enough. And this is the grapevine that I moved that was next to the house, and you can see it's got some life in it. It's still not, I don't think it's anywhere close to being able to do grapes yet, but it's getting there slowly. Those are just bamboo plants growing next to the hot tub. Okay, I guess that's it on the yard changes. Oh, I got a smaller canister for propane after I got the heat pump. They wanted their big canister back. And the next big project, moving that woodshed, you can see I have a fairly large dump pile here that I cleared off along this fence, but all this is stuff that has to get packaged up and taken to the dump. Is the only thing to do with it. But for now, I'm just gonna enjoy the garden a little bit. Oh, fennel. It comes up every year on its own. I don't have to do anything with it either. And these are the garlic chives, and they come up every year on their own too. And that's it.